track our vehicles.
Good evening and welcome to the July 19th meeting of the Board of Selectmen. If everybody rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Again, good evening and welcome. We have no public hearings this evening. Any announcements from the board? Mike, anything?
No.
Dave?
I do not.
Dwayne?
No.
Okay. I think we're all set there. Additions, deletions to the agenda. I think we're all set as well. We have no appointments. There's no public here. So we'll assume by the public comments. Correspondence, the treasurer's reports are available, motor vehicle reports. We also have the monthly contract deputy reports that are available. Let's go right into Selectmen's reports. Dwayne, anything?
No, just a couple phone calls on the parking up here at Osprey Lake, but other than that, no, that should cover it, you know.
Okay. David?
I do, and actually Dwayne just touched it off. Speaking of Osprey Lake, Osprey Lake campground in the whole section by Goldbeal Park, right down through here to Townhouse Road. I think we as a board need to address the speed issues, and one of the ways that I would suggest that we do that would be to request a speed study through DOT, which is a requirement that we have to do. So the last study, it's my understanding, was in 2007. That was 15 years ago. A lot has changed. Population has changed. Traffic has definitely changed. Campgrounds expanded. So I think it's only behooves us to request that study. It has to be requested from either the board or law enforcement. I think collectively, the sheriff's office and the town should make that formal request. Looking at the engineer's requirements, if you will, for speed zone priorities, a couple come to mind. Areas with high documented crash history, we have that. Areas with demonstrated or potential safety issues, we have that. Areas that have a proven history of enforcement, we have that. And time elapsed since the last study, again, that's 15 years ago. So I would throw it out there that we not only ask for a traffic study, but put it on as a priority, and even consider inviting one of their engineers to come down and talk with us right here in this room, and at the same time inviting some of the residents and business owners in that area to chime in as well.
Yeah.
I think we need to do something ahead of time to be proactive before we have something real bad.
Realistically, if we're gonna do it, we might as well do it right from Chadburn's Ridge, Clark's Bridge, clear to East Waterboro Village. If we're gonna do a study, we might as well study that whole piece of road that is narrow, no bike route, so to speak.
A lot of blind driveways.
Once you get to East Waterboro Village, you've at least got a bike route, and you've got one on the upper side of Route 5. But very rough piece of road, and do a whole study down through that.
I would agree with that, but I would still want the priority to
Well,
be.
yeah,
Right.
I would think that
Priority
you could have
should
the
be Osprey Lake,
emphasis
but,
would be Osprey Lake.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
But you've got about 6 different speed limits down
Okay.
through there, and
Yeah.
Do we have any accidents with serious bodily injury
No.
and no pedestrians?
We've had some pedestrians there. I don't have the exact numbers, but there has been pedestrians there. Yeah.
So Dave, would you want to move that the board would support or have Matt send a letter in conjunction with the sheriff's office?
I would ask that, and yes, I would move that Matt sends a letter, maybe signed by the town administrator as well as the sheriff, if he would jump on board with that. But also to invite an engineer to come down here and tell us, you know, I want to actually speak to an engineer, not just have to wait 6 or 8 months or 6 or 8 years for something.
Yep.
Somebody want to second that?
I'll second it.
Take a quick vote. All those in favor? Opposed? All right. So, Matt, if you can pin something together and maybe touch base with the sheriff,
Okay.
we'll go from there.
If anybody's watching, this ain't gonna be a quick move.
Right.
No, it
just
takes
ain't gonna be
time,
a
but-
quick move. Will be a year or so getting this done.
Anything else, David?
I do not. Thank
Mike?
you.
One thing, I've gotten numerous complaints about on the lake where the quote sandbar is. It's not very big. With people coming up, anchoring, mooring, being there for 2 to 3 hours, very, very loud music, not the best language, karaoke on boats, relieving themselves in the lake. And this is within the approximate 15 feet of other people's docks. This is in Black Cove, just right out back here. It's not on the half that I live on. So it's
But it's the sandbars out
Sandbars.
just at the opening of Black Cove.
no, it's inside Black Cove by the docks.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. And I think we need to, my request is not to do any ordinance or anything. I don't go that path. I think the request is that everybody try to be reasonable, respect each other's property, respect why people go to the lake, why they have a place there, and do what you would want done in front of your place or your house or your camp when you are in front of others. The response that I've gotten from folks when I've spoken to them hasn't been the most promising. This is state water, there's nothing anybody can do. Well, I looked it up, and there is things we can do, actually, because it is within the boundaries of Waterboro. I don't want to have to go that route. Come, enjoy the sandbar. There are children around. There are homes around. Be respectful. Take your time there, but realize that other people want time there as well. And I heard the music last weekend, all weekend long. It's hours. The wardens have been there. A lot of drinking. It needs to temper down a little bit. That's the request. Hopefully people can honor that, and we can all stay friends.
Is there any involvement by the Lake Association to do?
I haven't spoken to them. They don't really have a governing, I
Right.
don't think they have governance over the body of water.
Right.
So no, there's some activity out there on social media about complaints. I've gotten some phone calls.
Okay.
The other issue too is I'm noticing a decline in the water quality in front of my house, and my house is in a cove that has pretty calm water on the backside of Camp Laughing Room. So I'm going to be interested in the reports that come back with all the development that we've had on the lake, the clear cutting. It's going to be interesting to see how those numbers come back, because I'm not, you live on the lake long enough, you know how far down you can usually see your toes. I'm not seeing my toes as far down anymore in the water when I look down. So it's going to be interesting to see what comes back.
Okay. Well, the Lake Association annually tests,
Correct.
right? So-
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Anything else, Mike?
No, thank you.
The only thing that I did fire off an email to you guys today, if you've got time to look at it.
Yeah.
Eagle Maine has, we ran a special meeting yesterday morning, 8 o'clock, to vote on a new a resolution for an increase in about $3 million in the budget because of severe cracks in the rotor that has been out for a couple of months now, and been repaired once. Didn't pass balance. Now it needs to be repaired again, different company, but needless to say, we're probably November 1st before we start running electricity through the system again. So they're still running the boiler and, you know, the trash to energy, or the trash, burning the trash, but we're about 60% because you're just dumping the steam because it's got no turbine to go through. So anyway, any of that detail is in the message that I sent to you guys today. So
Is that a pass me on deal where it's gonna cost us a little bit more?
no, I think
trash
we've got 25 million in cash reserves, and you know we continue to fund capital projects
Yeah.
out of those cash reserves. So I don't see that is affecting the tonnage rate, but
For right now.
and then you know there's some insurance claims
Right.
issues
Yeah.
that,
Yeah,
needless to say, are not public, but
Yeah.
that are being worked. So, Matt, what do you got?
Just a few things. Just so you know, the finance HR position posting was out. We received 2 external candidates applications and 1 internal candidate so far. Hopefully, we plan to start reviewing these next week. For the customer service assessing part-time position, we received multiple applications, and we sat down today with Nancy, Mike, and Shirley, and we reviewed those. We've selected 3 to bring in next week, hopefully for an interview. The town hall repairs will hopefully be completed within a week or so, fingers crossed, or this week. We are working on trying to get that office constructed out there. You probably saw it taped out on the floor, as we talked about last week or a couple weeks ago. There's an opening at Public Works, and it's been posted. George has given his resignation, going back to his previous employer, and I believe he's got another week with us, correct? Jason's been working on researching the availability of a trackless tractor that we've talked about for the mower, and we briefed you a little bit a couple weeks ago as well. He has located a holder at Chadwick M.R.S.A in Westbrook. We met with the sales rep this morning. He was here. As long as you guys don't have any objections, we'd like to move forward with securing it as soon as possible so that we can get it coming, because of everything else, the delays. We're looking at about 4 weeks, hopefully, to see that and the equipment, and then we can start the mowing. And we're going to hold off on hopefully doing the rental of the equipment, because we can save money with this equipment, get the other projects done. So anyhow, we're just under $200,000 altogether when we originally planned about $225,000. And so we'll have lease paperwork to do for that, for the financing through Gorham, that we also reported to you guys. Gorham was the lowest on the finance interest. And the same with the fire department, the SCBA lease documents, reported to you a few weeks ago, and that's going to Gorham Leasing Group. Hopefully the paperwork will be done so that we can complete that and send both of them out for legal opinion at the same time, because of the value for the lease documents that the legal opinion has to be received from NET. And it would be great if the board could authorize Dennis and I to sign those lease documents, as you did with the ambulance. Yeah.
I'll make that a motion that Dennis and Matt sign the agreement on the bottles.
Scoop.
Scoop.
SCBA's.
Yeah, well,
And the holder.
yeah.
Second. I'll second.
Actually, I'm gonna rephrase that. I'm gonna take that whole motion off, that anything major of $5,000 or more, that the chair of the selectmen and the town administrator sign for a purchase agreement for the following year. That make sense?
After it's discussed here, and then they can sign it?
Yeah.
If-
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
ultimately,
That's just a policy.
Exactly.
So that, being Matt, being the town administrator and
fire chief.
acting fire chief, that
And
it needs to be signed.
over the
We're
road.
following one with the purchase
Right.
policy you read today,
Yeah.
correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll second.
That's budgeted.
Correct.
Yeah, stuff that's
Yeah.
budgeted.
Yep. That way
Any,
it covers everybody.
any questions, comments? All those in favor? Opposed? All right, let's,
I didn't have a second, I don't think.
no,
Well,
David.
yeah.
David said-
Okay, good, okay.
Anything else, Matt?
That was it.
All right, let's run through new business, discuss vote to appoint a member to the Old Home Days Committee.
Make a motion to appoint Amy Brown to the Old Homes Day Committee.
Second.
Seconded,
Can I get the second on that? Is that all right? Dwayne?
was you
Yep.
here?
Huh?
Was
I
you
know,
here?
I know.
All right,
Thank you.
any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Okay. Discuss vote to appoint a member to various committees.
I make a motion to appoint Christina Giordano to the Public Safety and Budget Committees.
Okay, do we have a second to that?
I'll second it.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Discuss and vote to approve the or accept the resignations from 3 members of the Park Committee.
Sorry.
So moved, and 3 members would be,
So, yeah, this committee was assigned to me, and it's Kelly Woodworth, Debbie Hoyle-Burrow, and Susan Gray. They resigned from the committee because of lack of interest from the community, and that's what we've been trying to drum up, if that's the appropriate word.
Yep.
More community involvement, but it's with a great regret that I would accept that, and hope that at some point we can get these folks back, because they started a fire here in Waterboro to improve the parks, and they're doing a heck of a job. But I do understand their frustration.
Yep. Okay, been moved and seconded to accept the resignations. Any further discussion? Those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
Not too bad.
Discuss and vote the quick claim deed for map 13, lot 67A on the tax assessor's map.
is
So-
this a tax lien?
Yeah, they paid the back taxes.
Paid the back
clears-
taxes.
Clears the
So-
liens, right?
So move on map 13 lot 067A.
Yep.
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Okay.
Same thing
And
on
second one is map.
14029,
Yeah, 14029,
Same
quick claim
thing.
deed, same,
tax lien,
yep.
Yes.
yeah. So moved.
Second.
Any further discussion? Sensing none, all those in favor? Opposed? Clears that. Ask Laura just to put on the liaison thing, so we could have a discussion. I think really, unless somebody wants to change committees that they're liaison to, I think Dana was road review, so we got to replace Dana on the road review committee. But
That one I'll stay on if somebody doesn't want it. I've been jumping back and forth, only because at one point Dana wasn't going and then he was, so I kinda,
When did they meet?
Monday nights, I believe.
Monday nights?
Monday nights.
Like every, or?
No,
No,
right?
once a month.
Once a month.
And I don't know what night it is.
Second Monday
Second Monday,
of the month.
and it's over in the other,
Other
up
building
over Parks and Rec.
upstairs.
Oh, okay. Do you attend those as well? I can go to that one,
Okay, so,
if you don't
so,
mind. If you
so,
want to stick with
so
it.
Mike will take over road review committee. Any other swaps that you want to make? Okay, that'll be the only change, so, let's just vote to, somebody move to approve.
I'll make the motion to approve the selectmen appointments to committees
Okay,
from this list
the
here.
liaison.
Liaisons. Do you want me to read them out?
No, I think it's published in the packet, so.
As listed in agenda item 9F.
Right. Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Opposed? Okay.
Tax lien auction.
Yep.
We let it go last year. I know there's a lot of new legislation, but are we gonna let this slide, or are we going to hold a?
Well, I think, let's tee it up for the next, I think we put it on the agenda for the next meeting
Yeah,
and say, these are the outstanding tax liens.
I know we had a lot of trouble last year,
Right.
and
But-
with that new
Well,
legislation.
we delayed it because the new liens were just coming
Yeah.
out, right? So everything should be out and
We,
on.
we should have a copy of that new law in front of us so that we can
Chew it up a little bit.
chew it up a little bit, because this ain't anything that's gonna benefit the town.
Changes the process.
No,
There was some.
I don't
there
know
was
that
some
it changes the
but-
process, but it changes the ending product, because we're not going to, we're gonna get our tax dollar, but not anything over and above that.
So no interest.
Anything over and above it is going back to the homeowner.
Right. I think they changed, and it was first part of the 1/30th or something, that if we sell a property and say that we're owed $5,000 on the property and we sell it for $50,000, 45 goes back to the original owner
Or the estate of.
or the estate of. So the town can't make money on tax lien property.
With some other paperwork.
Yeah, there's some other stuff in there.
I was gonna say, with some other paperwork that can be filed by the landowner, realistically, you might not have to pay your taxes after you turn 70.
65.
65, yeah.
Well,
If
well,
that's a bill right now.
But there's a lot of paperwork that goes with it.
I understood it to be a hold on the value of the taxes.
That is
that you
correct.
pay.
Right.
Not,
You won't pay more after 65. If you're at $3,800 property tax at 65, and you're 78, you're paying $3,800.
providing you do A, B, and C, D every year.
I'm sure there's
Yep.
some
No, yeah.
schedules
And
you
you
have to fill
gotta
out with
register
taxes.
annually, you gotta have,
You gotta register your vehicles.
but
you
there's
gotta-
no, there's no income requirement.
Right, it applies across. Yeah.
So,
So do you want a list of the parcels for the next meeting of vacant and occupied, separate?
yeah, I
Or
mean,
a V or
I
no
think,
next to them.
I think we have a real issue with trying to evict somebody.
Right, that's what I'm saying, is, are you looking to target specifically these, not target, but to address these vacant parcels that we've got, that we still have, that we know we,
But-
it's
Well,
easy
that's,
to handle.
that's the
Well,
other
no,
issue is,
I mean, we've got to collect even the ones that's got somebody living in it, but.
So let me back up then. What I was saying, what I meant to say was, sorry, I screwed that up. The vacant parcels that aren't necessarily delinquent on taxes, but that we own, that need to be potentially sold.
you've got some up there in Lake Arrowhead. We can't sell some of those. If they've been taken.
Specifically.
But
That West Road
there
one.
should
Yes,
be,
yeah.
there should be a list that we review
Right.
on an annual basis.
Correct.
And if we do that with, the same time we review
It's gonna come
tax
on a trio,
liens,
I would think.
that's fine.
I think you can get it out of
He
that,
he brings up, I got a phone call the other day.
Yeah, I got one the same way.
Yeah.
So,
But
an ego.
I got one too.
Yeah, well, I spent over an hour, but, that one, we haven't taxed. It's just it's a piece of property that's never been taxed since mid-sixties.
Well, we
It's
need,
landlocked.
we need to find out.
Find out who owns it, but I also got a phone call that they're up there cutting it, or could be cutting it. There's a forester involved, you don't know where the lines are, and there's a logging operation, and I don't know how they get into it, so.
Okay. Well, I think we identify those lots that the town owns, and yes, there's gonna be a ton of them up in Lake Arrowhead.
Yeah,
But there's also other properties around the town that, you know, we used to review with the planning board, the conservation committee, and et cetera, to say, okay, we should keep that land, or we shouldn't keep that land.
but I think that list is quite a bit smaller now
Well, it
than
could
what
be.
it has been, because we either turned it over to the land trust, or, you know, a lot of them big parcels that we've owned are land trust now, and the Lake Arrowhead, we cleaned up when Gary was here, we cleaned up a lot of those that day.
Yeah.
Whether it was done legally or not, I don't know, but.
All right, so we have no old business. Let's just get through, then we'll talk about the discussion of agenda items. Discuss and vote to approve the minutes of the July 5th regular meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor? All right, so pending decisions, Laura and I talked a little bit about, or back and forth a little bit on, do we still want to keep the November election issue on here? You know, we've decided we're going to go to have a referendum question to create a charter commission, and we're having a special election, right, to replace Dana,
Correct.
right?
Yeah.
So if there's anything else that we want to put on the November ballot,
What's the deadline on that?
well, it's going to be,
Middle of August?
well, I think Marina
Yeah,
said that
September.
if we, for the candidates, they get to pull August 10th, pull papers, they have to be back in by September something or other.
45 days.
And right, 45 days later, and then, so that will drive that piece of it. So we got to be 45 days plus for absentee voting, so we got to be November, what, is, if you back off 45 days, so probably by the first part of September, we need to know whether there's going to be other referendum questions.
Yeah.
So let's just, under pending decisions, just kind of put a placekeeper there for November elections. And you're all set with the week actions list. You're going to put together a letter for
The sheriff's office.
sheriffs
In the county.
and the
County manager.
and
sheriff.
the speed study or whatever.
Yep.
Whatever they call it, a traffic study. Agenda items, we'll add the tax lien property.
If we can evaluate if we can get all this list together in the next week and a half, make sure the process and the research has been done,
Yep.
so that we don't give you a list that doesn't make sense.
Right. As long as everybody, as long as the certified letters went out and all of the Ts are crossed and Is
Crossed
are,
is right.
so we should have the,
Christine sent out 200 the other day.
yeah. So I
We're
gotta
doing really
believe
well
that,
this year
right.
too, from what I understand. taxes being paid, which is,
Yep.
that's great.
200 tax bills ain't a lot of,
No,
no.
Well, there's 4,500 tax bills, parcels in the town of
Right.
Waterboro.
And we're down to 200 that haven't been paid, so,
Yeah,
it's less than that now.
right.
Yeah, so,
yeah.
All right,
Very
so the only items needing signature are quitclaim deeds for map 13, lot 67A, and map 14, lot 29. Anything else that anybody wants to put on the agenda in 2 weeks?
Oh, hours on that dump. We've been talking about that, and changing the hours.
Well, Josh was gonna bring in
Yeah,
his recommendations,
right,
right?
and I haven't
So-
seen him, but whether we close that on a Sunday completely, and
I think he's waiting until summer is over.
I know, but summer's all but over at this point, and we gotta have a public
Well,
hearing.
one would argue about it. Yeah, so
We need
I-
to, there's a month's work doing this, so,
he's gotta be, by our second meeting in August, he's gotta have,
the plan,
he should have a recommendation to us.
yeah. 'Cause we
The other
got-
thing that's going crazy is all of these fees. So, I mean, I understand that we have ultimate authority over the fees, but he's gotta make the recommendations. You know, I know mattresses are going up to, you know, from 10 to 15, and then the first of the year they're going to 25, and,
So do you want to put him on the agenda for?
yeah, well, not the next meeting, but the second meeting in August,
Okay.
right?
well, realistically, if we're going to change the hours starting in September, we need to have a public hearing and all of that prior to that. So, that public hearing should be the first week in August. First meeting in August,
2 weeks.
because if we
let's-
need to change it and post it,
But
we need
even
to
if we
post
don't-
it
So
for a
if
month.
he comes in
It's a big rush.
at the next meeting, right, with his recommendations, I understand we probably won't pull the trigger until, as Dwayne would refer, after the summer's over, right? But, you know, you're right, it's September 1st, October 1st is really, you know, when you pull the trigger, so.
It's only a month away.
So Josh is going to be in the next meeting,
Yeah,
and then the public hearing will be the second week.
right.
Maybe so we don't rush it. Set the target date for October 1st.
Yeah, I think that would be the logical,
Get it right,
But
get
if
it right.
It's fine.
If there's a whole bunch of people fighting to keep that open on Sunday, we may have to look at it, so.
Yeah.
I mean,
The other thing we just need to consider is the winter road closures.
yes. We'd already set a public hearing for that, right?
Yeah. At the moment, I don't remember which one it is. It's like
Yeah.
the first week in September.
It was in
I think.
September, yeah.
But we scheduled it already.
Yes,
We wanted to have a meeting with the road review.
right. So
Prior to
that,
they're off
we
this
could,
month.
right, so we would need input from the road review on what roads
Yeah,
we would
close.
physically close. Okay. At least for the winter, for the mud season, whatever. All right, anything else? Okay, I didn't entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
So move.
All those in favor? Thank you, and good night.